Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do a contorted or a twisted body pose. So it's something as you see in ballet, and you could use it for both male and female persons, but here we go. We need an arc like that. For this particular one we need an arc like that, we need an arc like that, and those are the delts or the shoulders. That is the central point where the head, the shoulders will rest. So I'm going to do one arm going like that, and that is the hand. So that is the arm, and that is the hand, that is the elbow, in case you're wondering. I'm going to do let's get this guy going this way. Alright, so what we have is that hand, and so those two hands and these two arms. So this is in the front, namely the left arm. There's a little bit of foreshortening there. This will appear a little longer because this is going slightly away from our view. And the head, of course, so that is the collar area, the neck area, let's say. So the head will be, so I'm throwing the head right back, and it will be somewhere around there. And then of course the rest of the body, we'll have to wonder what we are doing with this. We haven't decided yet, and that is where the lower body will be. Now you could actually contort this as much as you want. You could bring it like forward. In fact, let's actually do that. It'll be more fun because there's the chest area and there's the extremely contorted form coming, or the twisted form coming forward, and right about there is the lower part of the torso, and there is one knee, second knee, and look at that, we somehow managed to contain the entire form in the picture. So what we'll do next is we're going to draw something over this. So we'll start with the hand that is in the foreground. We just go like that, and then with this hand you could do anything you like. I'm going to leave it, that's the thumb, and just going to draw myself some fingers right there. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Next we will go ahead and put in a bit of a shoulder line there, bring that into the pectoral here, and then we're going to work on this outstretched arm that is behind the head. So you could even work on the head first. So there's the neck, there's the chin, the mouth, and the nose, and the remainder of the head is behind that arm. So the head, again, not the focus, it's the pose itself. So there's the collarbone area, if you wish to put in some kind of detail there, compressed delt, and against that we have this arm going that way, and I'm going to do the thumb, and I'm showing this hand from the back side. So I'm not showing, I could show both our hands facing like the inner hands, but this is a little more dynamic in my opinion. So there we have the jawline, if you need to define it any further. There we have the torso. So how bony, how lithe, how fat, it's all up to you. of how you want to lay this out. But I am using some foreshortening here, so this thigh appears a little larger than this one, and for that matter this knee, it's just like, you know, coming like right at you in sort of thing. And there's one foot, there's the other knee, and the leg. And I think we're done. We could make this a little slimmer. I know that this is all rough and all, but it would be more realistic to make this a little less bulky. And of course, whatever dimension you choose to give, it's all up to your discretion from this point onward. So there we have an extreme pose. So if I'm giving this guy some yoga slacks, let's say, and if I am doing some shading going in, so let's have a light source coming down. In that case, you would be filling out the details somewhat along those lines, considering this particular Fitman structure. And again, you could really use this for a variety of purposes. If you're using it showing a female person, it can be used in ballet. I think I mentioned that in the beginning. If I didn't, well, we can revisit that fact that this can really help in a ballet pose. And if a male is doing ballet, it helps there as well, because this is probably something like it. So, but again, it can be a pose, an action pose, in which the character is like withstanding like some kind of blast or some kind of attack, or, you know, about to fall, or even if the character is like dodging something, you know, like Matrix style. So even that can work. But yeah, it's always a lot of fun to work with. And of course, the greater part of the fun is in trying out different body types here. So what I have here is, again, a fairly like fit form. It makes sense for a form like this to be able to knock off a pose like that. I think somebody who would be a little bit more heavy set is not expected to hold this pose. I mean, they could have their own bit of wondrous anatomy going, but this might not be a popularly perceived or depicted pose when it comes to a heavier body set. But again, in today's world, there are no constraints when it comes to different things. So go ahead and try out different body types in this pose. I'm sure that you will have a lot of fun working with it. Please do. So there's the shadows. I'm just putting in my own bit of shadows, but your figure, according to the model, according to the source of light, might differ. So there's one way of doing a quick contorted pose here. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe and keep in touch. Let us have your comments. We would love to hear from you as well. Till the next video, have yourself a wonderful day.